This is Jack from No Code MBA. Now, today we're going to talk about marketing, and more specifically, the social media channels on which you can market your app, your startup, your website, your services, your online courses, etc. Because this channel is all about building something with no-code tools, and once you build something, you need to be able to market it. Now, we're going to look at 4 social media channels, and what I want you to do as well is to tell me which channels you prefer, and also the ones that we haven't talked about, like TikTok and LinkedIn. Tell us if you use these and what tips you have in the comment section below. But we'll look at the nature of the platform, the audience, and the strengths and weaknesses, and what type of content you'll need to create for each one. Before we go too far into this video, it's important to know that in the past, a lot of people said you have to be everywhere. You have to be on every social media channel. And while that is still maybe true today for a lot of people, and especially big businesses, for most, it's all about choosing the one that is going to work best for you and really going all in on it. And then you can use the other ones to like tick along in the background, or maybe pick 2 or 3 to really go in on, depending on your team and your budget. But the idea here is to be smart about the one that you choose. So before we start, be sure to subscribe to the channel, check out the description for other videos and resources like our no-code guide, and also a link to our premium courses. All right, let's go. Now, the first one is the one that you are on, which is YouTube. Now, YouTube is a big focus of ours on No Code MBA, and it's also been a focus of mine on my brands too. And YouTube is a fantastic platform for many reasons. Now, the nature of this platform is obvious. It's video. It's all about video. Or is it? Because they have recently launched other things like podcasts, community tabs, and other things too. And most people think of YouTube as long form content. And while it is still that, it's still strong in that area. Shorts, the vertical format, have really been pushed this year and last year by YouTube, and probably will be in the future too. Now, you probably know that YouTube is the second most searched search engine on the web after Google. So people are searching within YouTube for answers. Before we talk about the platform and the content to create, know that the audience generally skews a little bit younger these days, but everyone seems to use YouTube. It's just that the younger audience are really on YouTube as well. And it's also great for an international audience as well. So it's not just a US thing or a US and Europe thing. Everyone in the world, most countries are using YouTube to watch video content. Now, what kind of content can you create on YouTube? Generally speaking, it's the educational, informational, or edutainment long-form content, vlogs, webinars, etc. But it's a longer form content, just like this video is today. Now, although X has started to pay its creators, YouTube has always been quite unique in that when people posted on different social channels, they didn't get paid for that content directly. But YouTube has that channel partnership where they pay a certain percentage to the creators based on the ad revenue that they receive. So there is actually a monetization advantage to using YouTube. But if you're using it just for marketing purposes, then it's a great way to reach new audiences. Generally speaking, it's going to take time to build up, but the thing about the content on YouTube is that it's more or less evergreen. I have videos from 5 years ago, 6, 7 years ago, that are still getting viewed in the thousands today. And in terms of the strategies you can use with YouTube, it's all about lead generation. So if you have an app, then you can create content related to this app and then tell people to go download your app, to buy the app, etc. Now, speaking of YouTube, if you're not subscribed to this channel, then do so now. Now, the next one I'm going to talk about is Instagram, which is highly visual. It's all about the images and the videos. And again, because of TikTok, Instagram introduced Reels, and now Reels are a big part of Instagram, this short form video content. Now, if you're in the lifestyle, food and travel industry, then obviously you're going to be on Instagram. That's been the centerpiece of Instagram for a long time. Although obviously now other businesses and industries are using it and they're leveraging the platform too. And in terms of marketing strategies with Instagram, it can be similar to YouTube. They do have a shopping feature. So if you have things for sale, then you can have your products directly on Instagram and people buy them through Instagram. Now, here's a quick tip on Instagram that you can't really directly embed URLs into posts. So you need to send people to your profile, but you can also embed URLs in stories, and people are still watching stories. This is something that Snapchat first introduced, and Instagram took this concept and used it, and it's a great way to interact with your audience. This is where you can answer questions, you can do polls, you can share little things along the way. Now let's talk about Facebook. And Facebook was the big social media platform back in the day. And there are a few advantages of Facebook that we're going to talk about in a second. But know that with Facebook, it's a variety of ages, but it tends to skew to the older demographic. And in terms of the nature of the platform, it's a mix of text, images, and videos. And you can also just create a post that directly links out to your website or to elsewhere, any kind of URL. Now, if you're using Instagram and you don't really care too much about Facebook, then know that when you post on Instagram, you can click a button that says also post this on Facebook too. And the Facebook Reels are gaining in popularity too, where people are posting that short form content, that video content, and people are just scrolling through that. Now, in terms of direct customer engagement, you can integrate Messenger with Facebook. So that's a way to chat directly to customers or potential customers. Now, one of the benefits that I mentioned before with Facebook is groups. And over the years, you weren't able to join a group as your business page, as your brand, but now you can. So if you're wanting to interact with people and really just grind and build up a following and become valuable to people, then you can join groups that are related to your brand and interact with people. It's not about spamming the group with links to your website. It's about interacting with the people within that group. And a strategy that works really well on Facebook is retargeting through Facebook ads. So if people see your Facebook posts or been on your website, you can retarget them with ads on the Facebook platform. Now, the last platform I'm going to talk about is Twitter, or X. Now, X is changing as we speak. All the time there are new features being added. But most people think about X, or previously known as Twitter, as text-based, where you have a limited number of characters. But as I say, they're constantly changing things. There are videos now. You can do long-form content, like a little mini blog post as a tweet. And like we talked about before, X is now paying its creators, depending on if they reach the threshold for impressions. Now, the audience isn't broad, but it does have a news focus, a business focus, a tech focus as well. Now, the strengths of it is that you can interact with people in real time. Twitter is all about engagement, interacting with people, posting something, retweeting, and then also commenting on other people's posts. So this is a great way to have direct communication with brands and people. In terms of marketing strategies, it's about creating content that's going to be valuable and then having a call to action. So that's to go to your website, to get your lead magnet, or to get your app, for example. So those are the platforms that we have discussed today: YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, what we would love you to do is to tell us about a platform that you're using as a marketing channel and how you're using it. So this could be LinkedIn, it could be TikTok, it could be any type of platform. And then be sure to check out the links in our description where you can get a free guide to no-code tools, learn more about the premium courses that we offer, and also have a look at a playlist that goes through successful entrepreneurs who have used no-code tools. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.